Hey everybody, welcome back to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Jason Yost. I'm here with Mark Marquez. Mark, good. I'm glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So, Mark's been in the business for quite some time. He does very well as a real estate agent. But what's most important is, Mark does something that a lot of other agents and especially listing agents don't do, and that's represent new construction. Mark, talk to me a little about new construction, especially how'd you get into this?
Yeah, great question. I get that often. And, I mailed a flyer one day and I got a lucky call and they gave me a shot. No, that was not how that was not how it happened. New construction's a niche group of professionals in this town. You have high-end spec builders, you have multifamily, you have infill. Infill is what I specialize in. Infill is where my builder clients will take vacant lots, map them or buy them already mapped, and then build ideally single-family detached homes. I've represented several builders, the luxury spec builder as well as the infill builder. My infill builder now is very active. A lot of people ask me, what's the outlook, right? What's coming down the pipe? And the infill builders are all doubling down. And the reason that is there's no inventory, right? And there's no new inventory. And, you'll see a lot of condos. You'll see communities like San Marcos, KB Homes. So there's only a few big builders now that are really out there, like Lennar, KB Homes, and a couple others. And then there's no one really in the middle. And then you go right to kind of the boutique infill builders that are kind of in the sub 40 space.
And that's, so you said sub 40. How many homes do you normally see an infill builder putting up? 6, 10? What's this?
Yeah, so it could be one or two. It could be, usually it's between 4 and 15.
Got it.
Because remember, you got to have the lot kind of mapped for that. And the economy of scale. So a big builder like Lennar will not build a smaller project.
Right.
It just doesn't work. They need units.
Right.
They're publicly traded company, so is KB Homes. They're generating massive amounts of cash flow and turning massive amounts of cash flow. The type of product we're doing. So, for example, in Poway, we have 2 spectacular communities coming up. We have 10 homes at Line Estates, which is just off Pomerado by St. Michael's. It's served by Painted Rock Elementary School, which is super cool. Big deal, because there is very rare to see new construction. There's only one other development. It's Lennar's. It's the farm that was the old Stone Ridge Country Club. And my projects. And so I'm very excited. Those are in grading now, and we'll be releasing some of those shortly. And then we have projects in Escondido where we'll do 6 2-story homes, 3,000 square feet for like $1 million. And in Valley Center, we're doing a single level product. And by the way, single level product is the most compelling product. So my builders try to build single level product every chance we get, because that's where the demand is. Right now, the buyer pool that is the most affluent, even at the $1.5 million to $2 million range. When I say affluent, meaning they have reserves, good income, that's what they're calling for.
They want that single level, and they have the money to go ahead and purchase that.
Exactly. And the buyer pool right now is driven by school district and product type, which is a single level. And their profile from a job perspective is they're all biotech. We have a lot of inbound biotech, medical tech, new doctors, new surgeons. UCSD is such a draw, and they're definitely hiring, and engineers. So General Atomics, Northrop Grumman, Illumina, all these companies are just hiring at a high level. We're real fortunate, by the way, in San Diego to have this kind of economy. So I always tell our clients that we're kind of insulated that way. And so when people wonder why our pricing is kind of holding and they can't get these discounts that, versus if you're in Nebraska, is because we just have a housing shortage. And so it's a great opportunity for our builders. And also know too, with supply chain issues and cost of materials, the builders are out there just trying to make a fair dollar. The builders, the misconception out there is that the builders are all millionaires and out there just killing it. And quite frankly, the stress, the time, dealing with city bureaucracies to get projects built, it's a lot of work, and they're earning a fair profit. And I'll tell you right now, it's definitely a lot of work. And so I'm just very, very blessed. I got into the business. I had clients that financed new construction. And because they financed it, I was in that world. And so it's a very small community. I belong to the Building Industry Association, the BIA, which is real important.
Got it.
That's where we all kind of network. And we've just been very, very blessed. And you got to perform. I mean, let me put it this way. If I can't get the highest result, I wouldn't last this long.
Let me ask you one question,
Sure.
quick question before we go. Talk to me about your buyers and your product. Why is brand new infill better than maybe resale?
Well, brand new infill, nobody's ever lived there. Right?
That's a short answer. You're the first owner.
You're the first owner. You get, many times you're picking some of your finishes. You get to put in that solar system, the EV car charger that a lot of people like right now. And you're the first to live there. So it's all your choices. And you're in a place a community that you find is, either your final home, your forever home, or we sell a lot of homes that are their first homes, but it's definitely because it's very personal.
I love it. Mark, thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate your insight on a topic that not a lot of realtors have knowledge on. Everybody in our audience, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.